It's like, I know lots of games nowadays feel too streamlined. Like Anno 2070, I was looking forward to that, but it's very streamlined.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the
Like,
Tundra and Space expansion to come out.
I know, but it's kind of like I don't like the fact that they made different, like you teleport in and out of places. That killed it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the whole immersion was the fact that you just could explore.
I agree.
And like you didn't know where anything was, and now it's like, oh, you know everything. It's trying to make sense that you would know where everything is in like 2070, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a little bit too bland overall to really get you interested in the whole way it feels and looks. Which is, it feels a bit like a modern task.
Yeah, I mean, gaming at the moment. I guess the problem is I saw this interesting Reddit thing where the vehicle, someone's talking about he was a 3D model designer for Battlefront and talking price actually for one model, say like the ATST, to actually get that fully rendered and done is actually an exorbitant amount. It's insane. I can't remember the statistics, but it was quite a lot of money. And so people just complain games are too expensive. Like people wouldn't buy a game for over $60 or 40 quid or whatever. So then they have to sell stuff as DLC because they in turn can't afford to put the same amount of content in. I don't know.
And I understand. I mean,
Fondas.
games have been the same price for a really long time. So I understand it. You need to make money somehow, and most companies solve it with things like microtransactions and indeed DLCs. And it's getting a lot of attention in the gaming world that people are not agreeing with it. I don't know. I don't know how to solve it. Don't even know if it's solvable.
I don't know. I kind of think the game that epitomizes the change in game industry is WoW, because I played that for like 7 years. I'm not sure. Did you play WoW?
Yeah, for a really long time.
For a long time, and that game epitomizes it. So Alpha comes out, and it's like, oh my god, there is so much stuff in the base game, meine Gott. And then TBC comes out, and it's like, oh my god, this is another amazing expansion. Wrath of Lich King comes out, oh my god, this is an amazing expansion. But that's in 2008, I believe, when Wrath of the Lich King came out, and that's when I think Mass Effect 2 came out nearby. But at that point, that's when things kind of seemed to go downhill after 2008. And then by 2010 we've got, what is it, 2011 or 12? I can't remember. But we had Cataclysm, and that was just kind of a bit disappointing. And then Pandaria came out, and that was again disappointing. And then similarly, Mass Effect 3 came out. That was disappointing as well.
You found Mass Effect 3 disappointing? I really didn't.
I thought the game itself, like lots of people bitching about the ending. I guess the ending was good. The problem is that nothing you actually did mattered. I guess that's why people were annoyed. And the fact that they sold everything as DLC. Like, you want the Promethean race, a race that's been talked about loads throughout the lore and is really rare. That'd be $9, please. So Fondas, tell me about the city.
It's the best city ever.
I need immersion.
It's the best city ever.
I need some roleplay.
I need some roleplay.
I need some roleplay
going forward.
I need a history.
A history? I don't know if there's
Yeah.
well, it's on an island map, so it's probably in the Mediterranean since we're using the European team. Well, a history, yeah. I don't know if there's a lot of history to create. Let's see.
You're going to tell me about Jordan Belfront, the famous Mediterranean entrepreneur, of which the district is named after.
Of course. He designed the very first park, so that's also why there is a park in Jordan Belfront.
He actually invented the tree as well, I believe.
Absolutely. It's,
and picnic bench thing.
Sorry?
picnic bench thingy-majiggies.
Picnic bench, absolutely. They were there before
I
the
don't know what you
Romans.
call the umbrella.
Parasols?
Oh my god, this is why I keep you around, Fondas. Oh, Mano District. Ah.
Yeah, we need a better name for that. Gonna look into my subscriber list. It's a big district.
Kind of wish the map was more. I'm sure you might. I'm not sure if you can change this in the customizations. Quite like you could randomly generate one with preset and make it really hilly, like a little Austrian Alpine kind of thing. That'd be nice.
Yeah, there is. I've downloaded the Innsbruck map, Heart of the Alps map, which is kind of like that. There's a lot of custom-made maps from the community workshop.
Damn, son.
Mm-hmm. Alright, gonna need some more power. Always need more power. Just doesn't stop.
What do you think, Fondas? You're a scientific man. How are we gonna solve the world's energy crisis?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Yeah, got you there.
Whatever we do, it's going to have to be a unanimous project. I mean, it's hard for any one country to solve it on its own, because it needs the cooperation of all other countries. If you're just saving up energy and the country next to you is not doing that, you have kind of an issue.
Yeah. I mean, China was notorious for being bad, but they've cut back recently. They said they'd try and.
Well, I mean, having your head city be in continuous fog for 24/7, which you can't even see like 10 meters in front of you, and is apparently very unhealthy for your citizens, might somehow convince you that pollution is bad. Yes.
I do love how weird China is. Like, it's this communist country that isn't really communist, and you know, people disappear here and there. At the same time, politicians who are corrupt can just get arrested and like sometimes executed straight away. So it's really weird. It's like this really just and unjust government.
Yeah, it's the people's government.
It's China. I love China. Fondas, I have to ask you something personal, right here, right now. That is, how tall are you, Fondas?
Wait, what? How what?
How tall are you,
How tall
Fondas?
am I? I'm 1.78 m.
Yeah. Oh god, converting that to imperial in my head.
You have to
Like
use
5,
human measurements,
10.
man. Stop using those weird British measurements.
I agree, metric, okay, it has to be said, metric is, I entirely agree, science, construction, hell yes, metric is so much better. When it comes to real life measurements, I think imperial can work quite well.
Why?
If you say someone's 5 yards away, no, 5 feet away,
Yeah.
it's like 5 footsteps away, and people make the argument, well, not everyone has the same footstep and stuff, but that's the whole point of imperial. It's supposed to be just rough and quick, like these 5 feet.
Rough and
down.
quick.
There
You
go.
want to base your entire
That's how I
metric
like
system
it.
on being it rough and quick. Oh, let's build
how-
this 20-story building rough and quick.
Yeah, okay. I mean, look at Detroit. That was rough and quick, and that turned quite well.
Detroit was pretty in its time, but now it's all but rough and quick.
It's basically its new export is rappers. Detroit exports rappers.
And the color grey. They're exporting the color grey.
They used to make loads of. Isn't that where the Ford factories used to be? And then they shipped them over to the poor people to make instead, so they don't have to pay them as much. Damn. I was talking about like kind of When you think about it, a lot of jobs now kind of invented just to keep giving people money to spend on the economy.
Right.
If you think about it, like if you make cars, you're actually doing something. And I know lots of jobs in the Western world are kind of services,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of like, say the job, you know, the person who's, oh, what's the name? The a person in the office who's responsible for kind of human relations.
Right.
That's it. You know, the guy like the counselling in the office or some shit. Jobs like that, like they're not really needed, but at the same time, if they didn't exist, some people wouldn't be employed.
Yes and no. I mean, there is a function to the human relations job that there isn't in other jobs. So, I mean, it's hard to explain what they do exactly, but they do stuff.
I think that's what Fondas. I've been killed in my revolution.
They probably do stuff. I mean, come on.
No, like I completely agree with like human relations and other parts of offices, but it kind of seems to me that if lots of these jobs weren't around, like there would literally be no jobs in the West world if there wasn't just service jobs.
Yeah, the West has a lot of service jobs, and that's the economy is based on that, just providing a lot of services instead of goods.
Yeah, God bless those prostitutes in Amsterdam and their human services.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird just walk by and there's just like a stripper in the window. It's like, hi, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Do your parents know you do this? No.
To be fair, they probably do.
I assume they have daddy issues. That's like always my conclusion.
They probably just have money issues and don't mind sex.
I'll tell you what. When male prostitution becomes a thing, I'll be there, Fondas. Leading the industry.
Prostitution is a thing. It's a hard thing to get into. I mean, there's plenty of people who want to do that.
I hit the gym 24/7, and I'll be a male stripper.
You'll become the next Juice Bigelow.
I'll tell you what, Fondas, I would be a classy one. Like, I would go for classy ladies, and that way...
Right.
I play it like a game of Crusader Kings 2.
You think you actually have a choice in what kind of customers you're gonna get?
Fondas, I worked in this industry for like 10 years, mate, okay? I'm an expert in... I don't do male prostitutes do they just have sex with women, or... I assume it being women wouldn't just be like lewd sexual things, it'd be other things as well.
You mean going to a prostitute for other things than sex? That's what most people do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say most people just talk to prostitutes. Though.
There we go. Mass building on the city.
Grove Park.
Yeah, that needs another name. Let's see.
When you build the Brandenburg Gates, we need some more Germanic, glorious architecture.
There you go. Calling it Rihanna Rise.
Rihanna? Who's Rihanna?
It's a subscriber.
Oh my... How many subs do you have now, Fondas?
66 whole subscribers.
Holy shit. I don't... With most channels, like... It's weird how channels work. Like, they always have barely any views, and then it suddenly just starts snowballing.
Yeah, I'm still in that first stage, which I'm not getting a lot of comments, not a lot of views, but it's okay. I'm liking it.
I guess the important bit is to keep going, because eventually you have to do something unique though, Fondas. You gotta, I don't know.
I am unique.
You are special, Fondas.
I'm definitely special.
I like the idea of the oh shit podcast you had. I remember when the Yogscast channel was really small and was actually quite entertaining when they did wild stuff, and they had those shitty toaster mics and they just talked about retarded things in the Yog pods, and I thought they were great.
Right.
I'm not sure how they became popular.
Through those World of Warcraft videos, actually, and then it really boomed through Minecraft.
I remember when Minecraft came out and it was really cool. It was like a cool kid thing to do was to like Minecraft, and now you just get these little kids who are like, oh god, I saw this thing, like these cringe videos at Minecon, and this kid just asks the guy on the panel like, are any of you autistic, and if so, to help you? Like, what?
Wait, what? Why?
Yeah, I can show you later. There's this video, it's like Minecon, there's a little kid like there to ask a question. And one of them asks, is the panel autistic? One of them asks about how much RAM they need to run a server, because clearly you got to go all the way to Minecon for Googleable issues.
Of course.
Of course. Oh my god,
Internet doesn't exist, JLP.
Oh shit.
I know. It's the worst, right?
We actually have we have like the you know this, oh, what do you call them? When you have like that can next to your ear, and you get a bit of like rope, and you talk through those.
Phones.
I still don't believe they work through science. I reckon it's witchcraft. I don't believe
it's science. I mean,
through
you can
work.
try it out.
No. All vaccines cause autism, Fondas. Trust
Right.
me. I read about it on Time magazine. I'm an expert in science.
Right.
Oh. I need to reinstall Daemon Tools. I always uninstall this thing when I'm done with it. Whoa, look at all those weird roundabouts. The Timbo's Basket Weave interchange. Ah, yes.
Oh, can't build a Texas U-turn here.
So I liked what you talked about in that video with the American person about I don't know, what was it, drinking in the different countries.
In the podcast.
Yeah.
I just recorded the second one of that.
Oh my god.
Yesterday.
Let's talk about this time.
Games of 2015 and news of 2015 and some other snippets.
Shit. Give us a podcast topic for this. I'm gonna do some sick commentary. Watch
That's
this.
a podcast topic, just a random podcast topic.
Yeah, just random one. Just hit me with it.
The functionality of trees
Okay.
and why they are
So-
useful or not.
So basically, what happened is God created the world in 7 days, and trees were created through this, and the trees actually are powered by Catholic faith, and that's why they're useful.
They're powered by Catholic faith. I have some serious doubts about that, I must say.
Well, what happened is Adam actually broke his arm, and it made a tree. There you go. Trust me, I read it on Live magazine.
Trust me, you're an engineer?
I am.
Oh dear.
I went to art school, and that's how I gained this knowledge. I saw this fucking thing, like this kid asked Obama like about the problem with kids not getting hired after university, and Obama's like, "What did you get your degree in?" And he's like, "I went to art school," and I was just like, "Okay, well, there's your first issue."
But art school is so fun, though.
Yeah, it's such a fun way to waste money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should all do it in our lives. Just go to art school and waste some money.
I know there's Genovering. I don't know the name. It's the city south of Amsterdam with that like international university.
Leiden?
No, it begins with a G.
No idea.
finding the name of it. It's in. Oh god, there's quite a lot of them. Groningen.
Groningen, that's not south of Amsterdam.
I went to art school Fondas, so don't judge me.
Don't go to art school, kids.
That's where I learned about trees as well. That's where I learned about trees.
Come on. Stupid road. Yay.
Yeah, but when I go there, right, it's cheaper. I will use all of your taxpayer money, even though I'm a foreign person, and then I'll just leave the country. Away.
No.
I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure how it works though. I'll have to see the guidelines if I can cheat the system.
I mean, if you're European, you can cheat the system in lots of cool ways. There's always a loophole.
Yeah. Nah. I don't know, if you studied, right, in a foreign university, and you worked in that country, would that be stealing people's jobs in that country, or would that be more right to stay and work in that country rather than just leaving after you finished at university?
Depends on which country you're doing the job from. And if it's pan-European, it's all right.
Okay.
Otherwise, there might be some
it's
conditions.
pan-European. It's just, I mean more morally than anything. Like, if you went to somewhere and got, like, student benefits studying abroad, is it right to work in that country or leave afterwards? You know?
It depends. Really depends. I mean, I would say that both are right. Depending on where you could most be useful. And depending on what that country needs. I mean, I can imagine that if the amount of jobs available for that particular profession is high, that you might stay there in that country. But if it isn't, but the expertise is big, so there's a lot of jobs there and a lot of schools there teaching that kind of subject. But the people are actually needed back home, then it's okay to go back home because there are already enough of you in that country where you learn it from. And it really depends on the situation. I mean, the whole exercise of going to each other's schools in Europe is to divide the expertise that different countries have.
Yeah. I mean, obviously art schools, you know, they're everywhere.
Of course, art schools are everywhere.
They're amazing.
Absolutely. I'm one of those people that went to art school instead of a functional school.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Denali. Who's Denali?
Not a subscriber.
Oh, what? Do you remember their names off by heart?
No, I just have a list here.
Oh no, Fondas, no, it's not what you say. You say.
I remember every
Oh.
single one of them.
Ah, you fucked it.
Oh dear.
Fondas, when you have to edit this video, you should have made like constant cut to the funny bits because let's be honest, Fondas.
What? No, you gotta see it all. You gotta see the whole town explore. I mean, people don't actively watch this, so just set it up on the background and do something else.
I can't.